Hey everyone, it's Luvella and welcome back to my side quest. For those of you following along with me in my Bloom Legacy Challenge, you'll know that my sim is currently best friends with Cypria Delgato. And we went and recently visited her house. And for those of you that own cats and dogs and have seen the Delgato home, you'll know what I mean by it is just absolutely horrendously unfurnished. Like it's a giant house and there's barely any furnishings in there. So in this little mini series, I am refurnishing their house for them in my Bloom save. So then whenever I go over there with my sim, I don't want to die. Sorry, that was a little dramatic, but I don't really mean that, kind of. But in this part, we're going to be finishing up the bottom floor. So I went back into the living room, which if you guys follow along with the first part, you'll know I did the kitchen, dining room, and then the first living room. So I went back in there and I gave the room a little bit more. I think I just did an accent table and then I threw a dog bed down because the Delgatos do have a dog. So I gave them a dog bed there. And now I'm currently working on the little reading nook that I made at one of the very many entryways into this house. That's the only complaint I have with the actual build itself. There are so many like doors leading outside and it makes no sense, but I went with it. So the purpose of this like little series is not for me to rebuild their home, it's just for me to make it look better. I have no interest in rebuilding their home entirely as of right now. Eventually I would like to do so. I currently have my hands full with rebuilding all the worlds with medieval styled houses, so I don't really have a whole lot of not necessarily like time or mental capacity, but like I don't have the time or mental capacity to do that. So I'm not going to yet. I would like to in the future though. I would like to go back through and rebuild all of the worlds again with more modern houses, just because I'm more likely to play with those in my game. But as of right now, we're just refurnishing. But I digress. That was a fairly long intro. I need to get better at doing those. I am really, really bad at doing intros, I have noticed. And if for those of you that have a YouTube channel, you'll know in the little analytics tab, it tells you how long someone stays engaged with your video, for at least the most part. It's the same with like any social media platform where you can post videos. Outside of like Snapchat and I think Instagram. But anyway, I noticed that people kind of just like fall off after like halfway through my intro, which just kind of tells me I'm really, really bad at doing those. I'm sorry. I need to get better at doing my intros. I talk a lot, and it's if you're tuning into a speed build, you are tuning into me talking, so I don't know what else you expect there, unless you guys just want music, which is fine. I do typically turn that on halfway through the video. So I don't know, these speed builds, if I do them, I'm gonna be talking like a lot, unless it was a case like yesterday, whenever I had to like go to work and I had like 10 minutes to get my video exported, and I was rushing against the clock so I wasn't late to work. So in cases like those, I'm not talking a whole lot. But in cases like today, when I have plenty of time to do these videos and I actually do proper video prepping, I get to talk for as long as the video will let me. So we've got 15 minutes of me talking today. Well, almost 16, I suppose, without the pictures, but I haven't put those in yet, which, side note, kind of, if you want to see the rest of the I do post little pictures at the end for you guys to see. I don't have the kitchen, dining room, or first living room in this one, since I did that in the last video. So if you want to see that, feel free to check it out. I can go ahead and do a little like link thing above, a little pop-up. I don't know what those are called, but feel free to click on that and go watch it. I'm only talking for like 4 minutes in there, and then I turn on my lo-fi music. So we're in the bathroom now. So the bathroom's a little weird. I'm gonna break away from my little tangent and talk about the bathroom. So I end up keeping the idea of keeping the toilet separate from the rest of the room. That way, like, if you play with this house, this family's huge, like, because of MC Command Center. They have so many kids now. So that way, like, they can all like share the bathroom downstairs without getting embarrassed. I also put a little like a half wall, so then they can also take baths and stuff, and we're gonna hope that no one walks in from the kitchen side. So everything's separated. Shouldn't have to worry too much about people walking in on them and them getting embarrassed. I don't know. I'll have to play test it in my Sims video. Yes, in my Sims video. But I'll have to play test it in my Bloom episode later this week, which stay tuned for that, because we will be doing the first and second week of the Nature's Calling event in there, as well as probably aging up our baby, if we had to guess. We did just have a very blue baby, and I hope that's just like a thing that needs to be patched in the game, and she's not actually blue. But we named her Sunny, and she's really cute, aside from the fact of being blue. So I hope she doesn't age up and she's blue. If she ages up and she's blue, then we're gonna have a blue baby, which I don't know, it doesn't make sense because neither of her parents are blue. Nick is actually the husband and dad. He's actually like fairly tan. Like Daisy Mae Arson, she's a bit pale, but she's not blue. So I don't really know. I digress again though. We'll see, I suppose, in the next episode. And then, of course, I've got speed builds and the seasons thing that I'm doing right now. That's all coming out this week. It is a holiday week again, and guess who will be out of town again? Me. I know. I am video prepping this time though. Whenever I get home from work later, I am going to be like basically pumping out a lot of videos. Also, real quick, that picture I just hung up in the office, I absolutely love that. I had no idea there were different swatches of that picture. I just thought it was like the little like Brindleton Bay like historical thing. Love that picture. I will probably be using that in future builds. Just a heads up. Anyway, I am video prepping though, for the week. So hopefully I will have a video every day for you guys. I'm going to see how long I can keep this everyday thing schedule going. I've struggled a little bit with it. I've kind of dedicated Mondays to being like my video prep day. So I don't really post a whole lot on Mondays just because I do end up missing a day in the week, typically. But I've only got like a month and a half until school starts up again, and it's my last semester, and it's going to be a really busy one. So I'm going to hope and pray that I can keep up with the everyday upload schedule, but I have no idea if I can, just because I am kind of struggling with it right now. But to be fair, I am working a lot. Going to school and working are a little bit different. It just, like, homework takes up time, yes, and going to class takes up like an hour of my day, but that's about it. Well, an hour per class, I should say. if you have multiple classes, then like or if I have multiple classes, it takes up more time or whatever it is. I don't know. I digress again. I'm just kind of rambling this entire episode, or speed build, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, I'm just gonna go back to talking about the speed build. So I don't know if you saw in the office, I gave it kind of like a fall themed office because I gave like the little reading nook kind of like a summer theme. I have been playing a lot with like the season stuff recently, so you guys will probably be seeing more like season themed rooms, which I'm sure that'll phase out eventually. But as of right now, that's what I'm building with, because I really like the seasons pack. I like all the decor and the plants that come with it. I love putting plants everywhere. Like I am doing in this second living room, I suppose. But yeah, this second living room is just meant for like I don't know, another sitting room. I didn't really know what to do with the space. I believe this was a second living room to begin with. So it's not the biggest deal. This is a gigantic house. Thankfully upstairs, I believe there's just a bunch of bedrooms and a couple of bathrooms that I need to furnish. And then of course, like the hallway. And then in the attic, which they don't have furnished in the base game, or not the base game, but in the game itself, I am going to do like a little like get together bar area, or like a little like, I guess, rec area too for the kids to go up to and do their homework or whatever. I don't really know. It's gonna be something for sure. It's gonna be like themed around just like entertainment. I'm pretty sure. I think those are the plans I have for the attic. We will see though, because that's going to probably be a part in itself if the bedrooms don't take me a long time, which bedrooms don't typically take me too long. But we are decorating like some like kids rooms, and I do kind of go crazy with the decor in there. So I might be I might be taking up some time doing those bedrooms, but that's okay. They're gonna look good. And of course I will be uploading this house to the gallery whenever I'm done with it, so you guys can download it and play with the newly furnished version of it in your world. There is no CC, like always, so you shouldn't have to worry about that. I will say I did change my EA handle to where it'll pop up if you type in Luvella _YT. So it's just my YouTube handle now. It'll probably still pop up as a Luvella Live, but it shouldn't be too difficult to find now. But I will post it in the description like I do with every video that I do, like build-in. So you should be able to find it. And then back to the build real quick. This is the little fitness room that I decided to make. I didn't know what else to do with it, and in the old house they just had a random treadmill in the living room. So I thought I'd just give them a little dedicated space. But we are coming up to the end of the speed build, so I'm going to stop rambling now. This was probably honestly a mess of I suppose a tidbit, just because I'm very frazzled right now, and yeah. It's early. I just woke up like, I guess at this point an hour ago, but I just recently got out of bed. I like to lay in bed in the morning and look at my phone and everything, as some people do. But anyway, I will leave it here. So if you guys would like to see me play in the house, follow along with my Bloom Legacy. I will post the playlist in the description, or I'll do like a little link thing, one of the two. And I try and upload every day, so if you guys want to get notified when I do so, feel free to hit that subscribe button and then make sure you enable notifications so you actually do get notified when I upload. And then go ahead, like, comment, do all those fun YouTube things if you ever so please. and I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care, everyone, and also have a happy holiday if you live in the US. If not, just have a great week if you live elsewhere. So take care, everyone.